Welcome to the SDTechX channel, your ultimate destination for everything tech. In this video, we'll be talking and discussing about extended ACLs in a Cisco network environment. This is the third video of the series. ACLs are a vital component of network security and they help control traffic flow in a network. Cisco routers and switches support two types of ACLs, standard and extended. We'll be focusing on extended ACLs in this video. Extended ACLs provide a high level of control over network traffic by allowing you to filter traffic based on various criteria such as source IP addresses and destination IP addresses. Plus, the traffic can also be controlled by protocol type, protocol number, and more. So, to configure an extended ACL, we first need to create an ACL, define the criteria for filtering the traffic, and then we need to apply the ACLs. So, extended ACLs can be used to block specific IP addresses or subnets, or we can stick certain ports on certain devices or IP addresses. Let's start with the practical. So this is our previously configured network. As you can see from the sales PC1, I'm able to access my website, that is apple.com. Now what I want is there should be network isolation. Means this sales PC should be able to access the website that is hosted here and here, means a general website of the company like www.apple.com in this case, and sales.apple.com on its server, but it should not be able to access the sites that are hosted on marketing, finance and HR servers that it can right now access. Like for example, if I go to the sales PC and now if I say hr.apple.com, it is able to access that website. Why? Because we have not provided any sort of a network isolation or network filtering has not been applied. So in order to do that, we have to deploy the ACLs. Now where to apply the ACLs? Now ACLs can be applied on any layer 3 device, whether it is a router or a multi-layer switch. But because we are discussing extended ACLs, these can only be applied closer to the source of the requesting IP address. The requesting IP address in this case, or the PC here, is going to be the Delhi sales 1. So this PC here is going to request this first point of contact as a layer 3 device is this very switch, and we are going to create a network filter here by creating an ACL so as to filter the traffic. Now why extended ACLs are more efficient compared to the standard ACLs, that they can filter the traffic based on the source itself. Otherwise, in case of standard ACLs, it has to travel across to this very switch or a router to get it filtered, right? So what we are going to do is we are going to create the ACLs and see how it can be configured. Let's start. So I'll be creating the ACLs here. So the extended ACLs, let's say extended ACLs configuration site Delhi. So we are creating it multi-layer switch 1, so I'll say ACL for Delhi multi-layer switch 1, and then I'm going to say here, then I have to name the access list, or I can create a named ACL, or let's create a numbered ACL. Now there are specific numbers which we can use to create the ACL, that is between 100 and 199 for extended ACLs and 1 to 99 for standard ACL. So access list 100 remark and I am saying remark is just like a comment for Delhi sales. Now here I'm going to say access list 100 and then permit UDP. Now UDP protocol will allow us to only configure the connectionless services, that is the DNS service and the DHCP service. So first I will be configuring the DHCP service here. Now these are the three commands, and what I am going to enter will control the DHCP traffic here. So I am going to say access list 100 permit UDP from any to 192.168.30.network, that's my sales network, and then I need to put in the wildcard mask. Now wildcard mask is the inverse of the subnet mask. So if the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0 in a /24 network, so we have to compute the number of hosts. So the easiest way is to just write 255.255.255.255 and subtract the subnet mask. So we'll be getting 0.0.0.255 here, and because this is a request, so it will go on port number 67, and then I'm going to say access list 100 permit UDP 192.168.30.network and send back the response here, EQ 68. Any. Once this is done, this is the command that will allow you to communicate with the host temporarily. Access list 100 permit IP from 0.0.0.0 host IP host 0.0.0.0 to host 255.255.255.255. Then this concludes our DHCP configuration for our access list. Means this will allow us to our DHCP to communicate through the ACL. So I'll mark it in red color here, and then I'll continue. Access list 100 permit. Now what I want is to have my DNS working. So in order to make my DNS working, my DNS is hosted here, and the IP address for the journal or the DNS server is 200.80.90.100. Now in order to provide the facility to this PC to access the DNS service, it should be under the UDP protocols on port number 53. So let's see how to configure it. So access list 100 permit on UDP protocol the network 192.168.30.0. network length of the network is /24, so wildcard will be 0.0.0.255. Going for the host with a single IP address 200.80.90.100 and on port number 53. Now this also hosts the website of my main website also. This server is hosting, so I will say access list 100 permit TCP protocol, because websites work on the TCP protocol. So I am going to say 192.168.30.0 0.0.0.255, and I'm going to say going towards host 200.80.90.100 on port number 80. Now I'm also using HTTPS protocol on my server, so same command I will do here, but with the port number 443 as well. So you can access the website on port number 80 as well as 443, means HTTP and HTTPS both protocols are enabled for the website to be accessible from this very PC or the network sales here. Now I specifically want to deny the ping to this very server due to security reasons. Access list 100 deny ICMP 192.168.30.0 0.0.0.255 go any type of ICMP traffic going towards this host 200.80.90.100 from 192.168.30. network is disabled. Let's give a different color to this one. So let's give it a green color. Now let's continue here. Access list 100 permit. Now I want to permit the traffic to the sales server. Now sales server is having the IP address 192.168.33.2. So let's configure that. On TCP protocol 192.168.30.0 network is allowed to access the host 192.168.33.2 on port number 80, and similarly I'm going to say here copy and paste here on port number 443 as well, and we are going to deny the ICMP also. To this very IP address, that is 192.168.33.2, means the ping is disabled but the websites and the services will run. Let's now configure the third one, that is the third set. That is, first we have configured the DHCP, then the DNS on the server, general server, then the sales server. Now I want the sales PCs on various different sites here like RT Delhi, Mumbai, Dubai and London to be freely be able to communicate, means no restrictions, so full IP traffic is allowed. So how to do that? So here the networks are 30.network, 31.network, 32.network and 33.networks. So let's configure the access list to solve our purpose. Permit IP traffic from 192.168.30.0 0.0.0.255 192.168.31.0 is the destination, 0.0.0.255. So I'll color this thing to orange. Copy. So now I want the 30.network to connect to 32.network and then 33.network. So Delhi sales to Mumbai sales, Delhi sales to Dubai sales, Delhi sales to the London sales is allowed. Now we are not allowing anything else for this network. So simply I'm going to say access list access list 100 deny UDP, any type of UDP traffic from any source to any destination is denied. Access list 100 deny TCP traffic from any source to any destination, and access list 100 deny any type of IP traffic is also disabled except what we have defined here or what we have permitted here. So let's apply this one and see what is the result. So I'm going to copy this and paste here. Now before I can paste here, let's create the ACL first. So enable at the global config level, I'm going to paste here. So as you can see, the ACL is successfully created. Now how to verify the ACL? So do show access list, and as you can see here, we have all the entries that we did are available for us to be used. Now we need to find out the closest port or the gateway port where the gateway for this PC or the sales network is hosted. It is 30.1 as the gateway, and that is located here, right, at VLAN 30. So VLAN 30 will become the port where the inbound traffic will come from the sales PC here and here. So I'm going to say here interface VLAN 30, and then I'm going to say IP access group 100. This is the number of the accesses that we created, this one, and it is in catering to inbound traffic. Inbound traffic means the traffic is coming into this very port here. Now once this is applied, our goal or the working should be fine. So let's look at whether we are able to configure this or see this one, whether it makes any difference. So I will try to ping my journal DNS server. So see, the destination host is unreachable, so I'm not able to ping to this one. But if I go here on the web browser and type in the same IP address or simply my website name, that is apple.com, it is working absolutely fine. Why? Because our access list is working here. Now I'll try to ping here this PC, Mumbai sales one, that is 31.7. So it will take a couple of seconds and then it will show us the result. So as you can see, we're getting the reply from there. So the network is successfully configured. So similarly, we have to configure the ACLs for marketing, finance and HR at their respective ports, VLAN 50, 70 and 80. So let's quickly build that. So I'm going to copy this whole thing because the ACLs are going to be quite similar, and I'm going to just copy this thing, and here I'm going to paste it, and I'm going to say 100 for Delhi marketing. So Delhi marketing is going to use 40.50.network here. So let's see here, yes, 50.network is being used here. So 50.network and 50.0, and now let's allow 50.network to access the DNS, that is DNS services that are hosted on 200.80.90.100, 50.0, 50.0 and 50.0. After this is done, let's enable the marketing server to be accessed by this network. So 50.0 should be able to access the 53.2, that's my marketing server. Then 50.0 should be able to access the marketing server on port number 443 for HTTPS, and 50.network is disabled for any ICMP traffic or ping for this very server. Now 50.network should be enabled for 51.network, means Mumbai marketing, Dubai marketing and London marketing. So it is done. Now on one multi-layer switch we can have only one 100 access list, the next access list for Delhi marketing should have a separate number. So I'm going to say here 101, 101, 101. And done. Now I'm going to copy this and paste here. Interface VLAN 50, IP access group 101 IN. Done. Same thing will happen here at Mumbai. So I'm going to go to desktop, click on command prompt and try to ping 200.80.90.100 and it is unreachable. But if I go to the web browser and check apple.com, it is working absolutely fine, means our ACL is correctly applied here as well. Now let's go for the Delhi finance. So I'm going to copy the marketing and I'm going to paste here for Delhi finance. Now finance is using 70.network here. So all we need to do is to change this to 70 .network. Should be able to access the DNS server, should be able to access the general website server. 70.network should be able to access the secure website, and 70.network is disabled for pinging 200.80.90.100. 70.network should be able to access 73.2, that's our marketing server, finance server. Similarly, 70.network should be able to access the 73.2, our marketing server on port number 443, and ICMP traffic is disabled for 70.network to access 73.2. Similarly guys, 70 means 70.network should be able to access 71 71, 72 and 73 networks. Let's change the access list number 102. Copy. Interface VLAN 70, IP access group in, IP access group 102 in. Done. So this is also done. Let's check for finance now. Same thing, desktop and command prompt ping 200.80.90.100 and destination host is unreachable, but we should be able to access the web.com is accessible, so our ACL is working perfectly. Now last department remaining here is Delhi HR1. So this is using 80.network. So let's configure our ACL for that. We mark for Delhi HR. Let's change the access number from 102 to 103. So 80.network change to 80.0. 80.network, 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 80.network. To access 83.2 is allowed. 83.2, 83.2. Similarly here 81, 82 and 83 networks, that is Mumbai HR, Dubai HR and London HR networks are accessible from 80.network, that is Delhi HR, and done. So I'm going to copy this and paste here. Interface VLAN 80 IP access group 103 in, and as you can see the same will be the result. So we will go to desktop, command prompt and try to ping 200.80.90.100 and it is unreachable, but if I try to ping from the web browser it should be able to do it. Yes, as you can see it is working perfectly, no issues. So similarly, just in order to complete this thing you need to configure the ACL here and here. Similarly it will get configured. So this is how you can configure the extended ACLs. That concludes our video on extended ACLs. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and don't forget to subscribe to the SDTechX channel for more tech related tutorials and reviews. Thank you for watching.